In problems 9 and 10, identify what method you're using to solve the system and then solve the system. Show all your work in the space provided. So it's kind of looking at process here too. So if I start with this system, um, I like the fact that y is already alone in the first equation. So I'm going to use substitution and replace y in the second equation with this value 2x minus 1 from the first equation. So this will become negative 2x plus y, which is 2x minus 1. That equals negative 3. So I've just got this positive 1 sitting outside of the parentheses. There's nothing for me to distribute. So I will write negative 2x plus 2x minus 1 equals negative 3. And this collapses to negative 1 is the same thing as negative 3. So this system, actually I think if I got it, looked at it in both y equals form, th these have to be parallel lines, right? There's no solution to this system. They're not going to cross. This is a contradiction. So now the method that I used substitution, and I collapsed at the fact that there was no solution. Um, and I know, again, I think I explained fairly well why this was substitution that I used. The first equation has y by itself, and I just plug that into the second equation. So what you're looking at here, my writing, is the second equation being rewritten, just replacing y with 2x minus 1. So let's look at question 10 rather. Question 10 has this system. Um, And I do like how it's got the x's lined up, the y's lined up, and on the other side it's got equal something. So I think I'm going to use elimination. However, this is going to be one of those elimination problems where I'm going to probably have to hit both of them with something. In fact, I'm going to choose to multiply the top equation by 2 and the bottom equation by 3. Um, Now, y, because I know that that's going to make my y's have opposite coefficients. So I'm going to eliminate y's by doing this positive 2 and 3. Some of you eliminated the x's by multiplying the top equation by 3 and the bottom equation by negative 2. But same exact answer at the end. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to rewrite the top equation. 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x. 2 times 3y is plus 6 times y, and then 2 times 1 is the number 1. So please, this is the result of multiplying the first equation through by 2. Every single term, I just lied. See, I just caught myself. Every single term on both sides was multiplied through by the number 2. I'm going to do the same thing with the second equation. I'm going to multiply it through by the number 3, and this will become a negative 9x and then minus 6y. That's right, minus 6y, and that should equal negative 15. So now what's nice, because I set it up like this way, you can see my y's are opposites, right? I've got a positive 6y and a negative 6y, thus it will eliminate when I take equal things and I add equal things. So when I combine these equations using this elimination method, I get negative 13x is going to equal negative 13 from the other side. Therefore, x is negative 13 over negative 13, negative 13, negative 13s, or x is 1, much better. So I know x is 1, and I just need to plug in that value of x to figure out what y is. Doesn't matter which equation I use, I'll use the top one. So I'm going to have a negative 2 times x, I just found it to be 1, plus 3y equals 1. So I'm going to add, this is a negative 2 plus 3y equals 1. So I'm going to add negative 2 to both sides. That gives me that 3y is 3. Therefore, y is 3/3 or y is 1 also. So my solution is this ordered pair 1 comma 1. X and y are both 1. And I use the elimination method. And the solution is 1 comma 1. So I'll just leave this here. You can pause and take a look at the work again and perhaps find what happened with your solution.